Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a quick review of the iPhone 7 in 2022, here late in 2022, and I want to talk about this phone. Now, as you guys know, this phone was released in 2016. I can't believe it's been like 6 years, going on 7. The retail price was about, I think, around $649, and this is a very pricey phone six years ago, and right now you can get the iPhone, you know, SC 2023 for, $449. So it just tells you how overpriced this phone was at that time. It's just because the technology has evolved and the components have gotten cheaper. So even with inflation, cell phones have actually maintained their pricing's pretty solid, where it's not really going up too much. I mean, $1,000 phone 5 years ago, still $1,000 phone today. Let's say like the Samsung line. When you had the Note 10 for 1,000, now you got the S22. You can get S22, Note Ultra, whatever, for about $1,000 right now. So I think cell phone prices haven't gone up as high as other items like food and gas and stuff like that. So for some reason, technology has actually been able to cope with inflation. But anyways, this phone, when it came out, man, this was an awesome phone. And even today, this phone works really, really good. I mean, this phone, to be honest with you, when I use this phone and I use the iPhone SE 2020 that I have, you can't really tell a difference. There's no noticeable difference. Yeah, the SC 2020 is a little faster. The SC 2022 is a little faster, but you're not getting a huge upgrade, and especially with the design. I actually like the design on this one. I mean, yeah, the design looks the same, with the bezels are pretty big, both up and down. But I love that this one was built with like a metallic back. So I've dropped this phone. I've dropped this phone without a case. I've actually used this phone without a case. I'll never use a phone, like let's say, for example, the iPhone SE 2020, which is a glass back, sort of just like the iPhone 8, what's all the glass. If you drop glass, man, it's over. You're going to get shattered. So this is the iPhone SE 2020. Yeah, it looks better. It's nicer. It's glossier. But size-wise, they're both the same. It's pretty much basically, this phone is pretty much basically the same as this phone. They only changed the components in this phone and just put in a better processor. But I like the texture on this one. If you drop it, you don't have to worry about shattering it. If I drop this one, forget about it. It's going to shatter. So that's why it's important to put on a case at all times. So I have a case here. I'm going to slap this one on here for this one, and I just set that aside. So definitely have to have a case on this phone with a glass back. Now, all in all, man, this phone is good. It doesn't have 5G, but neither does the SE 2020 or the iPhone 8. So 5G is it's not a must. Even today, I don't think 5G is something that everybody needs. I have Cricket 5G on my Pixel that I'm using right now, and the speeds in my area are pretty bad. So I just switch it to LTE, and I'm getting better speeds. So other than that, man, if you have this phone right now, and the only reason you should upgrade an iPhone 7 to like an iPhone SE 2022 is because the battery on this phone is going to be really, really bad. Now, my battery on this phone, let's go ahead and take a look here. And let's see how strong my battery is here. Let's just go ahead and find the battery. 1 second here. All right. It's going to be somewhere. Okay, there we go, battery. And my battery health on this phone is at 96%. All right, so I didn't use this, very heavily. Now, I got this phone a couple years ago. So when I got it on I believe it was a trade-in, or I think it was a port-in from Cricket. And so I think I got this phone for maybe free or $49. I don't know, I'm not sure. I have a video on it, probably a couple years back. But I mean, all in all, if you have this phone right now and it still works, why just continue to use it? unless you really want to upgrade and get the latest and greatest. But there's no reason not to stick with this phone. I mean, this one has 32 gigabytes of storage, which is really low, but even 64 is not enough. So the fact that it doesn't have expandable storage is a bummer, and that's a bummer on almost every single iPhone. And another downside is that this phone is not going to get iOS 16, so it's discontinued. So you're going to be stuck with iOS 15, which is still decent. iOS 15 is just as good as iOS 16, and iOS 16 isn't all that great anyway. So I mean, I've not spotted very major differences. So I mean, like I said, all in all, and another good thing about this phone is you can pick it up now for like anywhere between 50 to $100. And I believe that this phone 5 to 10 years from now is going to be like a collector's item. So if you have one of these, I would hold on to it. And if you have it with the box, it's even better, because I've seen like older iPhones selling right now for $400 or $500 just because people want them. And this is actually the kind of the first generation after the iPhone 6 where they took out the headphone jack. And so, this might be a collector's item. Who knows? But like I said, it works fine. There's no issues with it, and it does what it's supposed to do, man. It's a typical iPhone, and it's gonna give you unfortunately, it's not gonna be supported for another couple years, but at the same time, man, if you're just looking for a basic iPhone, this is the one to get. I mean, like I said, it's not gonna blow the bank, man. You can get it for $50 to $75 to $100. You might even be able to get it cheaper than that. So I would definitely go for it. So anyway, guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget, subscribe down below, click the like. Until next time, stay safe and have a happy new year.